What's up, guys and gals? Hopefully gals, because otherwise it'd be a sausage party in here, but yeah, you know what, I'm alright with that. Good afternoon and good morning here, as you can see from the clock here from Wonewoc, Wisconsin. We are down here at the cattle farm and take a quick little run through of what we're using here. We got the 88 series tractor, we've got the 68 series, we got the 86 and the 68s. And this is my dirty little birdie here. This is the cedar. We've got the newest equipment basically around here would be the axial flow 9230. But it's only got a 31 foot head, I believe. And we've got a corn head for it. We've got an auto loading trailer for the bales. I've got 3 of these grain trucks. And then I think our newest equipments are, we've got the Peterbilt here. This is the liquid manure. This is for solid manure. Spin around. We have one for livestock transport. Go past where my messy ass cows are. We have one for water. We've got our low boy here for transporting stuff from the implement shop to wherever it needs to go. And then take a quick little run over here. The other newest equipment we have is we have 2 8700 series Massies. These are both 8737s. And this one is pulling a modded condor. This will do all the grains and root vegetables. We've got our bigger header for obviously the 10 CR9 1090. Which is right now set up with a Capella head. This is what we do in the sunflower field. We've got another grain truck. And then we've got another 8737 with a gigantic cultivator, which barely gets pulled by this thing. I mean, it takes a lot of power to pull this, and I think I'm right on the edge of it. But nonetheless, I'm going to take a quick run here back up to the farm, and we're going to get started on the daily process of keeping these little bastards happy. Which, first start is going to be with the loader here. We got to empty out the solid manure. Start loading it into the flygel over here. Now I've already done yesterday probably about 3 trips over to the slurry pit with liquid manure. Liquid manure doesn't really pay off, but it is a byproduct of having the cows, so you got to get rid of it, otherwise that tank will fill up. Now this wasn't this big of a pile before. This has grown quite exponentially since I was last checked on it yesterday. I think that we're gonna be shoveling shit for a while here. No, it's not that bad. Take care of the solids, take care of the liquids. And while I've got this out, we'll take care of our messy ass cows and all the food that they've dumped. We'll put it back into their feeding trough. They have horrible table manners. Oh, the bucket won't go 100%, it'll go to 99. Come on, dump the poo. We gotta get all this poo out of here. Pretty sure this will have to all go to the biogas. Over here. Now this Flygold does not, it's not the little tiny trailer that's based in the game. We have actually scripted the Flygold, as you guys might know from other videos that I've done. The Flygold will hold 200,000 liters, or whatever you want to call it, of whatever you put in it. So cleaning out this manure bin here, if it's making a pretty good dent in the trailer, then that usually means there's a lot of stuff here. So once we get this done, too high. That's gonna hit. Yep, don't hit. There you go, right in there. So it's supposed to hold 6,000 per bucket, but for some reason it's only going to 99%. Not a big deal. That's 6, and we've done quite a few scoops already to try and empty out this pit. We'll go ahead and take care of the liquid one too while we're here, even though I've been keeping up on that. I just didn't realize that the solid pit had gotten so full. Poo. Wasn't there a way to unhinge that? Yes. Easier way. Duh. Don't hit that concrete. Let's see what doing this does. Haha, that's a lot better. I like that. That's way better. More button mashing, but it works better. Man. No, that's not even picking up jack. Hit the ground. Scrape it out. Let's see. Yeah, smack my trailer. That's way better when you unhinge the bucket. I'm going to take care of my messy cows here in a second. I don't have to get this pit 100% out. I just wanted to get a lot of it out of here. Because they're always going to keep shitting. That's one thing that's guaranteed. You got cows, you're going to have cow shit. Unhinge bucket. Close rate. Alright, let's see. I'm probably, oh, I didn't smack the concrete that time. It's amazing. I want to get this stuff picked up here on the side. Uh-oh. I just want to see how big that pile was at, because I wasn't paying attention to it last night when I was finishing the setup for the cattle. Now we do have 500 head as of right now. But that number is going to be subject to go up and down as I sell off and buy more. Probably going to smack the concrete. Nope, just made it in. Alright, so once we get this pit emptied all the way out, for some reason it doesn't want to hit that. I will get you. Or not. Screw it. We got the majority out. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we need to go over here and take care of our messy ass cows. They like to just dump their food all over the place because they don't have any table manners. Dirty cows. Dirty, dirty, dirty cows. And instead of piling this up like I normally would, this is just going to get dumped right back into the their feed bin. So that's taken care of. We got our basics done. We got the manure, well, solid manure taken care of for now. We can go ahead, kill that, jump out. Let's see what we're at in this. 36%. So in just the little time that pile's built up, it's gotten to 73,206 liters of solid manure. And let's see what we could fill our tanker up to. The tanker holds 37,875 gallons, and we're at 26,518 with that. You can see our cows are very fat and happy. I had just blown some straw in here not that long ago, so their bedding is good. Now we've got our ration mixer right there. And then we've got our straw blower. I need to come over here with this and pick this up because that blue straw onto that. But we got our hay bales here. These are ones I had pre-bought. These are pre-bought. These straw bales, pre-bought. Silage bales, pre-bought. Tractor up my ass. Now these bales here, these all came out of field 30. And everything over here has been planted in wheat, so I can do straw swath on that. So we'll have our own plenty of straw bales. And then down here, I got turned around. Follow the road, where is the road? Down here. Right here we've got a field full of grass bales. I've just got to figure out a spot to put them because we have our other equipment down here. We've got our Vicon hay bob, we've got our Kuhn windrower, and then we have our New Holland speed rower, which The speed rower is pretty crucial here when it comes to doing all the mowing. Now we've got this field here, and then there's also this area here that can be mowed. And then here on the other side of the cornfield. Holy crap, that's a huge field. At this area back here you can also do you activate them in the mod manager. Alright, so let's see. Where are we gonna... Well, we need to get in our auto loader first off. We're on round bales. Now's gonna be the hard part, figuring out where I want to store all these bales. I was thinking maybe inside that shed. But then I'd have to worry about getting them back out. And what the hell's on my phone? No. Email. Then they should show up. If they don't, the mods aren't right. And let's get some of these grass bales here. I love this auto loader trailer. Makes life so much easier. Plus we need to get these bales out of the field so I can come back through here with the speed rower and pretty much repeat the process for more hay bales. I will get you, bale. Got you. I don't use any car mods in it, so I wouldn't know other than on Truckers MP where you can use the pilot car. This is definitely going to be a double load here. Well, this thing has... Oh god, don't punt the bale. Get on the trailer. Now the easier way to do this is just to go ahead and buy the bales pre-done, but that costs money. I mean, it costs money to buy all the equipment to do this, but you're paying a one-time investment. Whereas buying them every time, you're having to pay, God, I forget how much it was, just for a trailer full of grass bales, or hay bales. There's 3 bales that you need, and there's still one piece of equipment that I did not get when I went crazy and gave myself a ridiculous amount of money just to get all the stuff for setup. I forgot to get the Wheelmaster LT and all the goodies that go with it so I could make silage bales, but we'll get to that. So we got room for 2 more. I didn't speed the game up. It's the map is a 4X, meaning it's 4 times larger than the standard map. Well, a standard map would be. Alright, so we got a full trailer here. Where the hell are we going to put these bales? You can actually, you could speed the game up to 120 times in the menu system, but the 4X meaning is just referring to the size of the map. Do we dare drop them over here? I might put some over here, who knows? No. It's a bad spot for bales. Trying to figure where the hell a good spot would be. If I could drop them inside of there, that'd be freaking... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. No! Pick them all back up. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to drop them inside this barn. Ha-ha! If we can get the truck and the trailer lined up without knocking over all our other shit. Yeah, that's sucking already, so let's go over here with it. Might as well change that around too. I was trying to get these bales the hell out of the way. I just don't want too many bales all in one area because I know that that starts causing lag. So there's our hay bales. One load. Put our trailer back to work position, go back and get the rest of these bales out of the field here. Hopefully we can get them all, the rest of these on the trailer. Start swerving. Without punning them. Let's see what we can do here. I want to go around the edge first because I know that was a pain in the ass when I did this. These rivers here, would not recommend getting into them with equipment because you're never going to get it out without resetting. One would assume that it's just a little river. No. As you can see, it goes straight to the... Oh god, and we're falling. It goes straight down to the bottom, and we gotta get our way back up now. So yeah, water's deep. Unless you're an Olympic swimmer, I don't think you're gonna get out of that one. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna have to do any more grass bales or hay bales for a while. I know we're not gonna have to do straw because I just dumped 2 full loads of straw bales, and that'll keep the cows happy for a while. And we have more than enough room on the trailer here to pick up a few bales after I keep punting this one around, and this one. Alright, so we've got those bales. There's 2 more I know of sitting over in field 30 that need to be removed, but they're straw bales. So for now, I guess we'll set the autoloader right there. Now I'm using a thing called Speed Player, which is why I'm able to run like hell. What we're gonna do here is these 2 bales here. I want to cut it. Let me cut it. It's a 4,000 liter bale. It weighs 120 kilograms. I just want to cut the bale open. Well, we should be able to take care of it. Now, that tractor had weight on the front. I'll put that back on because that's going to keep the ass end from getting knocked over. So we're going to have to dispatch the cultivator over here. But first, I am going to have to ram these bales out of my field. That's one. Let's get these bales out. We can cultivate and put a new crop in here, which I'm believing we're going to do probably a cash crop like canola or soybeans. Oh boy. That wasn't what I intended to do, but hey. Just punt it out of the field. Come on. Or do wheelies on it. There. Now they're both out of the field. So we will unfold. Oh yeah, I'll start on this field too. This field's gonna have to get cultivated up as well because it's freaking potatoes and I don't have a potato harvester. Let's get this thing ready here. Now we gotta be careful because owning both fields, I'll end up cultivating through potatoes. Now if I had the money, I would just hire somebody to do this, but after I got all the equipment I needed to reset my money, so all the work's pretty much going to have to be done manually. And this is actually quite a big field, so we've got to cultivate first, then seed. I believe oats were in this field last time. We're probably going to go on these larger fields. I'll probably do soybeans first, then canola. Let's see what the hell's higher in price. Not that it really matters what would be higher in price. That's a little close to the edge there to be harvesting. No, for now, this cultivator is actually doing a pretty good job. Doing a lot better than I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to bog down the tractor big time. I guess putting that weight on the front end really helped. Balanced it out. And when we start using the old iron stuff like the International Harvester tractors, which are all located over there at the cattle farm. Talking with Seth last night, figured out why my tractors were doing like tricycling. I put weights on the front, suitcase weights on the front, and apparently that makes the damn thing top heavy, so I need to remove the suitcase weights and put them somewhere where I'm not going to forget where the hell they're at. Because some of them actually need them, like the cultivator needs it, but the seeder doesn't need it. Neither the seeder, well, the seeder or the larger cultivator on the 86 series doesn't need it either. Just one of the 68 series needs them. I kind of like the turning radius on this thing. Does a good job just spinning right around and doubling back on what you just did. Now obviously if I wanted super hardcore, I'd be using the old small cultivator, and I would probably only be on my third pass and absolutely miserable. So the larger fields we are going to tend to with larger equipment, but the rest of it is all handled with the smaller stuff. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to have to do some field combining here once I get all this going here. I'll have to take one of these tractors, preferably this one, back to the farm to pick up the plow, and I'm going to conjoin field 24 and 26. Yeah, there we go. Get that crap that ran out last time. Oh, that's a good sign. Then maybe I can cultivate over that ugly pile of soybeans that I was having an issue last night with the grain trailer. It's like the door on it, one of the bottom doors on the front bin, was letting grain just fall straight through like it wasn't even, or like it was wide open. So I had to mess with it for about 5 minutes. Finally got it working and was able to haul my crop over to the, I think it was Togg's Mill last night, which is all located conveniently right there in downtown. And where you see that gas pump icon, just north of that would be downtown Wonewoc, where you've got the distribution center, you have the Wonewoc Mill, the bakery, Togg's Mill, and as you can see, aside from the distribution center, it's pretty much all most of the sell points are right there. Like the manure, I have to go through town and then out of town over to Pake's. For the liquid slurry, which God knows I always have plenty of that. So we take, also depending too on what the crop is, we could double it up and take a load of crops over to Pake's farm, or we could take it over to the, well, the one place I've always been taking my liquid slurry to is just Pake's slurry, because it's easier to get there than it would be other places on the map. And with as much as I've played on this map, rarely ever really need to use the mini-map anymore, or the blow-up map, unless somebody's like, oh, I'm at field so-and-so, and it's somewhere on the other side. But once I see the field, I know exactly what roads I need to use to get there without having to really look at the map too much. Now, what was I planning on doing that involved using pallets? I know I was going to do something that involved using pallets. Oh, I think it was something over at making sugar. I was going to make sugar, so I need pallets for that. Which is, I'm going to have to cut some trees, get some pallets made. That's still going to be a ways off. We're going to get the sugar beets going first. And then once we've got all that done, we'll worry about seeing what else we need to get it going. I know we're going to need pallets. Well, hell, we're going to need pallets and sugar beets, so shit. We'll harvest a crop of sunflower over there, see how much money we get for that. Because my money literally has been hovering right around the $100,000 to probably about $230,000 mark. It's the vehicle maintenance, the livestock upkeep, all that stuff, that really chews into my profits. Now, what I'll probably do is I will hire a worker to seed this field while I'm harvesting field 34, which doesn't seem like it's going to be that high of a yield field. It's not that big. Now, it could be a lot larger than it is, but whoa, 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 hydro shakes there. Could definitely be a lot larger than what I've got it at right now. Hell, all of them could. Like, all that grass area right there could be field. But we're good for right now. We've got plenty of fields owned. I think if I go to 28 and 7 and possibly combine the two, or all three of them together, I'll have a very large field. And I'm pretty sure that field 26 now is ready for harvest. Which I don't remember if that has oats in it or what it's... No, it's got soybeans in it. Alright, so a few more passes here and we'll be good to go cultivation-wise. Then we're going to hire homeboy to start seeding it. So I get up here to the other side of the field, there's something I've got to take care of. We've got to cultivate over those piles of soybeans that... or the oat piles that... when I was having that little glitch with the trailer, we're going to have to cultivate that into the ground, otherwise there's going to be some massive speed bumps. And there they are right there, I can see them now. So we'll go up, take care of those, and I'll probably swing around and do the end row there, and then back around. There's some too where I dropped it, but actually that was straw swaths right here. These two piles, this is all wasted product that fell out. So we're gonna try and, there we go, cultivate it back into the ground so we don't have to see it there. Perfect. Most importantly, it doesn't act as a super speed bump for the semi the next time it comes in here, or anything for that matter that would get hung up on it. So I think we got 2 more passes after I get this end one in here. And eventually we're still going to do the, I believe we're still going to do the drive around the entire map with the maps creator video to pretty much just explain probably a little bit more, way more in detail than what I have explained as far as some of my earlier videos, as to work in the pallet factory, the carton factory, the charcoal factory, which we never touched, the egg plant, all that stuff, and the slaughterhouses. Now you've seen us do the brewery, but everything on that end requires pallets, and without having trees, well, without having any tree equipment, it'd be a long, drawn-out process for me to start getting some pallets going. Plus, if you can see the pallet factory, it is way over there. Well, it's not exactly too far of a drive, but it's a good little haul, especially seeing how we'd have to go up to where the sugar factory is to drop off pallets. And our only auto loader right now is loaded with hay bales. So we get field 30 pretty much wrapped up. We'll move on to probably cultivating field 28, because I don't need no potatoes, and I'm not spending, well, I can't spend the money because I don't have it, nor am I going to drive that freaking potato harvester all the way down here. I could always get the low boy, but I'm not going to lease a potato harvester just to get that out of the ground. when I don't think I even have the big one installed, or the mod in place. I mean, it is crop, it is money, but if it's just the stock potato harvester, it'd take me a lot longer than it'd be worthwhile. The sugar beet harvester that we have in here is freaking huge, so that's why I've got field, I can't remember the number up there, but that long one up above the sugar beet or the sugar factory is completely planted in sugar beets, and I think it's a 12 row harvester. All I know is it's freaking big. It's as big as my potato one, the modded one. So now that we're finally finishing up field 30 here, the weight actually does help a lot. This being a four-wheel drive tractor, before it felt like the front end was a little bit floaty and it wasn't making full contact with the ground, but now it feels like everything is balanced back out. So field 30 is officially cultivated. And depending on whether or not I have the potato harvester, I might just go ahead and bulldoze this anyways. It's a lot of potatoes, but well, let's check the yeah, I only have the standard standard 3-meter head on it, so that's not gonna happen. Like our beet harvesting, we've got our huge Terrafells Eco, which is a, I don't know how wide that one is, but I know this one's a 9-meter head, so, and it's also cheap as hell because it's mod. That almost looks like the sugar beet harvester. It is. But we're going to have the sugar cane as well, too. That'll be coming here in November as an official expansion. If you already have the Platinum, I think, or the Titanium, or whatever the hell it is edition of FS17, you'll get the sugarcane expansion. The rest of us will have to buy it as DLC, which I don't mind. It's a new crop, and I think it comes with a new map. So that'd be fun to kind of take a break from and just stay diverse. You can see we are right, kind of on the we're basically on the outskirts of town, right there. To the left, that is downtown Wonewoc. But now we've got to get this field going, and since I've en-road, I don't think we're going to have a problem with the AI seeder now, so we'll get him set up to start doing soybeans in field 30, so while I'm doing this, it's not idle time, and depending on what's in that field, I think it's more oats, but we're going to hop out of this tractor, and we're going to run over here to our other tractor, change our seed selection to soybean. We'll get him ready to rock and roll here. Let's get this all lined up over here. Alright, so he's down and going. So that's good. Making sure he's not screwing anything up there. He might get stuck at the other end of the field, but we'll jump out Yeah, I know he was blocked by me. Alright, we'll get back in this tractor. Our cruise back on and get back to plowing out these potatoes, and then we'll get our little helper guy to come down here and seed this field when he's done. He's gonna be down there at that end coming back up towards me. Right now he should be okay, but I want to get at least a couple passes. That way if he has to turn around inside of this field, we're not going to be intersecting with each other, and I'm going to have to stop and wait on him. So he's all the way down at the bottom. He hasn't even made his turn back up yet. There he is. He's coming up. It's going to be a race now to see who can get to the end first. Yeah, that'll be me. Got less ground to cover. Now this cultivator is probably one of my favorites because it's just the easiest. Simplistic. It's just a 4-bar disc. It's a very large 4-bar disc, but it's just a simplistic disc. It doesn't have the little dross rippers and then your tines behind it, or your discs to roll it out, or a spiked drum wheel on the back. It's just a simple disc harrow. I don't believe there was really that much difference between this cultivator and then the all-rounder, which we call it the cock ring because we can't ever say the freaking right name for it. The only difference between the two is I'm trying to use mainly Case and Massey products on this farm, except with the exception of the New Holland harvester and the Great Plains seeder that is on the back of one of the Internationals. That's a John Deere seeder. With the exception of those, pretty much everything on the farm is all either Case IH, or Massey Ferguson. So it's all red and white. I do have some John Deere tractors that are in my mods list, but don't have them activated because we don't really, I don't need them. I wanted to challenge myself and use some smaller, older equipment on all the main fields over there by the cattle farm. But like I said, when it comes to doing stuff like this, you kind of need bigger equipment here to get the job done faster. So as you can see, around the edge of this field there's a little bit of grass that kind of encroaches, and when you cultivate, obviously it knocks it off, but if you don't plant it, it just will grow back. You'll just be able to cultivate it every single time. And talking last night with Seth, the one thing that he wishes that he added in here would have been like in all the lower ground, which is pretty much where we're at right now. We're in the low ground. Anywhere around this river, it's basically a floodplain, and he wanted to add in like mud, the mud mod, which it's a shame that Farming Sim can't kind of take an adaptive approach at like what Spin Tires did with the deformative terrain. All it is just a cosmetic thing. Your wheels spin and you just get your tractor dirty. It doesn't leave ruts or anything, but he did kind of want to get like the whole bottom end in here incorporated with mud due to the fact that this river here is prone to flooding a lot. As you can tell, that we're not that far up above the bank of this river. If anything, we're maybe about 5 to 6 foot above what would be nothing, just underwater here. Okay, so 28's a little bit larger than I thought it was. Field 7 is larger than I thought it was as well. But when you're on a 4x map, it may look small on the little mini map, but it's actually a lot bigger than it looks. And keep this row going here, and hopefully what was it, helper G? Hopefully Guillermo gets done pretty quick here and I can get him over here. I don't know, I might have to end row this side of the field manually because I think he'll get stuck trying to turn around. He might drive off in the water, because I know he will not make it all the way to the end of the field and seed with that bank being right there. And it'd be a little bit close right there with that fence. Yeah, it's helper G. We got Guillermo over there doing the field. I've already spent $7 grand on him seeding my field, but he's also buying seed and fertilizer. So we got probably maybe about 10 passes left. And we'll set him up in this field. And then I can jump in the harvester and start doing the sunflower crop. Oh, there we go, we got it. I thought we were going to have a little tiny patch left over, but we are good. I really do like this cultivator a lot. It's going to come in handy when we start moving around to the fields I'm going to start combining, which are actually up on that hill right there. If you look over there towards the right where that radio tower is, that's where the pig farm is. So Guillermo should just about be done with that field, and then he's probably going to be all the way down at the bottom end of it when he finishes. But once we get done cultivating this field, we'll go over and check on the cattle, make sure that their bedding is good, their water is good, the food is good. I'll probably go ahead and mix up some more ration for them. I'm going to try a little something different this time around. I'm going to try a 1-1-1, which doesn't seem to work. I think it's 1 silage, 1 hay, 2 straw. Or it might be, no, it's 1 straw, 2 hay. Yeah, 2 green, 1 brown, and 1 silage. But we'll try that again, and we'll see if that makes a difference. And yep, Guillermo is making his last pass there, and and field 30. Or no, yeah, I think he's got to come back up. Yeah, he's going to make a tiny pass back up, or he's just going to leave it sitting there, and I'll have to go over there and finish that little strip myself. But he'll finish up before we're even close to being done here. Now if I had two of these going, I could just have them meet in the middle, but I've already spent $7,000 just on one field versus me having to put some seed tanks in or drive back to the farm to refill it and then drive back here, which would be more realistic. I mean, it's not really that far away. I could probably just drive the damn thing back and refill the seed. Pretty much all my fields, though, they're not that far away from the seed tanks at the farm. I've only got one set of placeables in, and I think that's over at that's up at the sugar beet farm, because there is nothing short of having to drive all the way down to the cash crop farm. And I don't even remember if there are placeables down there. I know there's a big set of silos, because obviously cash crop you want to store as much of it as possible. Let's see. Yep, he's actually making the pass back up, so he's going to stop his tractor right. Luckily I did a couple passes up and down, otherwise he'd be stopping right in my way. We're going to see him shut down right about there. Yep, Guillermo's done over there. And hopefully he is like the rest of my helpers that I've hired and he shut the tractor off, because I do not have... Oh yeah, he had to shut it off because I have to manually turn them on and off. There is no automatic start. You have to start everything manually and shut it off manually. So I'm going to say four more up and down here to get 28 done. Might be 3, but I'm sticking with 4. And then he's already sitting in the right spot. I'll jump in the other Massey with the seeder, take it back to the farm, refill it, because I'm going to have to use it to do the end rowing down here. And while it's filling up seed, we'll go ahead and look at our cattle, make sure everything's good with that, and see if any of them are ready for transport yet. If they are, they're gone, and then we'll buy more and start over again. It all depends on how much we get per load. And somehow I had gotten off center line with this, because that's not what it looks like at this other end. But he is parked in a perfect spot. I'm glad I actually did do that striping down there. Then we'll move this tractor over to field 34. And I might actually go get the plow and and extend 34 because it can actually come out a lot further. It's just how far I want to take it. But that's the beautiful thing about all these fields. You can always make them bigger if they're not big enough for you. Was he left? Yeah, he shut it off. So we'll make our last pass here in field 28. Relocate this over to field 34. Field 7 is not yet ready for harvesting, which, if you look at the map, there is still a ton of fields down below what I own. I did buy field 4, but I want to get 13 and whatever that other one is down there too. So that will get this field done here. Relocate. Raise it, fold it. Bring it across here. And if it wasn't so risky with the fence line, I would probably just extend this field out, but you can see the curve that the field has, so. And plus you could also see the curve that this field has. I mean, I could come back further this way, but it really wouldn't. Other than making a straight line up through here, I'm not going to get the width because of the... Oh, sorry about that. Harvester, didn't mean to smack you. You can see he went right to the edge here, so we'd have to cut the field a little bit short. And it would just get shorter and shorter and shorter. So honestly, there'd be no real reason to extend it. Other than maybe... you're not going to gain much over here either. I mean, you could get some extra field out of it, but... can't really say it'd be worth it. And this field right here is not going to be much at all for harvesting, so we're definitely going to put a high demand crop in it, or at least a high paying crop. So kill this tractor, hop out, run over here and make sure you get the end, which you did. 66% seed in it. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the end. We're going to make an end row. We're going to stay on the soybean, and then we're going to start him going up and down. What is that? That is oats. Lower the seeder down, turn it on, give him a nice end row over here that when I start him up on that end of the field, he won't get stuck down here on the bank trying to turn around. And he won't get caught in the fence either. So we'll just give it a single end row. And I'll have plenty of room now to maneuver around. I don't even know if I can get to that. Without hitting the fence. Nope. Come on. Alright, so now that we got that done, we're going to bring him back down this way. Let him start seeding field 28 here. You know what? Well, no, because they'll get caught in that damn fence down there. So I'll just have them go up and down this way. Since everything is all seated in the same thing anyways. Let's get him set up here. So he's going to start going on that. Get the hell out of his way. Jump the barbed wire. And I must have knocked my harvester 7 shades sideways because that's not how it's supposed to be. And obviously this is a massy colored head on a New Holland harvester. The only reason I'm using this one is because with the larger fields, this harvester will hold 100,000 liters of product. So this should take us a little while, and then we'll get the cultivator going behind this and plant it in probably I might go canola now, seeing how I've got a couple fields in soybean. I want to split it up so I've got my 2 cash crop growing in different fields, and it's not all the same. Although it kind of would make sense to do all the fields down here in the same, so I don't have to swap out the truck. So as it stands, this is not going to be a very productive field. That pass I was only at 1,500. So yeah, this isn't going to be the most prosperous field. So we're probably just going to take this grain, depending on the price for sunflowers. If the price merits it, I'll offload it and then sell it, direct sell. Another big factor is I'll have to check the farm and see if we have. Yeah, you don't have the option for straw swath on that one because it's sunflowers. They don't have a straw swath. If we've got a decent enough amount of sunflowers sitting up at the farm, I will travel up there and fill up. I don't know if I did that once already with sunflower or not. I think I did it with canola, and I did it with something else. I almost want to say it was sunflowers. No, turn around. So we're only at 3%. It's kind of sad. Actually, I think that cultivator that I have is just as wide as this the header is. If not, maybe just a little bit wider. Probably not expecting to see more than 10% out of this field, if that. Oh no, we should. 'Cause I'm not even halfway down it yet. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna back this sucker up and we're just gonna start boxing it. I don't know why, it's probably a placebo effect, but it feels like you're going a hell of a lot faster when you box the field in. It's funny, I've got my head way over to the right and it's clipping stuff on the left. So we're still only at 4%. We'll probably see 10 out of it, but that's going to only be 10,000. So every 1% in the harvester is 1,000 liters. I was gonna go ahead and jump in the speed rower, but we don't necessarily, well, hell, we don't need hay bales right now. Now, I don't have the seasons mod in, so it's not gonna mess things up, but if I do jump to 120 time, the grass will grow over the rows that I'd already cut, and I don't want that to happen, so we might not have to do any speed rowing, windrowing, tedding, and baling. Unless I decide I just want to take it out and drive all the freaking way up to the barn to make some money off of it. Which might not be a bad idea, because I mean I'm still paying out labor for field 28, and he's about halfway done with it. So we'll probably see a little bit more than 10% out of this field, but still it's nothing to feel accomplished about. To plant a crop like this, you need to have a big ass field if you want a good return off of it. Same thing with canola. I think sunflowers and canola are the two least yielding crops out there, followed very closely by oat. The oats do not bring in much either. Nowhere near as much as I thought it would, but it's still pretty decent money when you get on it. It's just, it's not the same as fertilized wheat or barley. Those two, on top of having the straw swath where you get obviously either free money by using a forage wagon, which if we were closer to the barn to sell these things or sell the straw, I would obviously get the biggest forage wagon I could afford, and instead of baling the straw swath, I would just be collecting it with the forage wagon and dropping it off. But the barn is all the way up by the sugar beet, or my sugar beet field and the sugar factory. So it really wouldn't pay off the distance that we have to travel, unless there's a barn here down at the farm that would take straw, which I don't think there is. No, it does kind of look like it, but the barn here is actually set up as a sell point, so we would have to drive all the way up just to sell off our straw. Which definitely would not be worth it. So what we'll do is we'll get this field cultivated, plant it in soybean as well. That way we will not have to switch out the harvester head for quite a while. We'll be switching from the picking head back over to the thrasher. We did a little bit more than I thought. I said 10% and we're over 10% now. We might get 12, 13 tops. Which is still pretty not significant for the size of the field. Make a wide swing here because we only have, I think, probably 2 passes left. Nah, we'll have a little shit pass to do. So that's 11% now. I want to figure out how I can jump that off into the main. Once again, we'll have to check our farm up at the pig farm, the big set of silos, and see if we have any of this sitting around, and then check and see what the price is at all the sell points to see if it's going to even be worth it to offload this little amount of sunflowers. If not, we're just going to store it. I'll make another turn here. Yeah, we might be able to get this all in one shot. Now look at that. So far, so good. See what it does down at the other end. I don't think we're going to hit 13%. I think I was pretty much right on with 12. We might get close to 13, but it's not really going to pull a 13. If we get to it, I will be surprised, but we might. It'll be pretty close, but I don't think so. It'll be in the 12 nines. Oh. 12,956. So that field's done, harvested. Let's fold up the header because we're not going to be needing that anytime soon. Well, this has got to get loaded in the trailer regardless, so we'll go ahead and hopefully we don't get the same glitch we had last time. Just to be safe, I'm going to offload back here. Yeah, we didn't get the glitch. So we'll let this drain out. There we go, now it's draining into the trailer. Oh, no, it's not either. Has to be doing that to do it. So that'll empty out our sunflowers. Put our pipe back in. For the meantime, since my other head is way up there, And helper B just finished his job. We're going to take the corn head back up to the farm. And we'll use that time to check the cows, see how they're doing. See if I've got any that are ready to go to transport yet. Bring this back over where I had it parked. I will stick the header down here. No. There, header's dropped. Turn around here, shut it off for a minute. Run over and check. Bedding looks alright. Food looks good. Water looks good. They're producing more poo. We're at 52 on that. I'm going to pump out that, so you see we're at 83% on the trailer of liquid slurry. Damn messy cows. Alright, so the cows look pretty good for now. Get back in our harvester. Go down and hook up our thrasher head, even though we won't need it for a while. There's our little baler. Good old reliable Massey baler. Whoops. Drunk driver. Which way did he stop? Alright, good. He's uphill. That'll give me time. I can get this harvester back over in the field over here, reset, ready to go. Although, I do need to go up to field 26. Come on. Maybe shit me. Back up. Alright, so we got our head in tow. Let's go ahead and check. We do have sunflowers. So we're going to have to go up to the, there's a Pake's Farm. Pake's Farm is the highest right now, which is great because that's not that far away. Alright, so we're going to jump in the old semi down here. But I think we'll start by getting this guy going here. We'll get him going on field 34 here, and uh-oh. While he's out doing this, we'll run around and take care of the see if he does it. Alright, good. He's going. Jump out, get out of the way, let him go. Where the hell's my truck? Sometimes speed player is your enemy. So we're actually going to head up to the main farm to grab that extra bit of sunflowers. And we're going to take the back way. And then we'll roll down to Pake's Farm. So So the back way will be going up here by field 26 and 24. You can see that is ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the road less traveled. Since there isn't one going up that way, what we're going to do is we're going to make our cut down through a field. And then we're going to come up the side here. There's a road coming out this way. And watch out for the tree that's planted in the road. Swing left. Now those cows are static, those aren't part of mine. I'll swing out right here and head over here to the grain bins. Pull up underneath the spout and we'll get our extra sunflower here so we can make a little bit more money. So we're going to head over to Pake's farm. So we were at 12, now we're at 25. So we got a quarter of a trailer, now we're going to head down the hill. There's that radio tower I was talking about. And you can see right down there is the field we were just working at, because there's our helper down there cultivating. Now see, the money's not going down near as much when he's not seeding. So we're going to come down here to the intersection. We're going to take a left. I thought about cutting it, but screw it, we'll stay on the road. Sorry, this truck can't spin tires on pavement, so I'm not stopping. And right here on the right will be Pake's farm. It's a nice sized field right there next to it, 96. So this is actually a multiple, this is actually a multiple sell point. Right here is our grain drop off. And then right there, that weird looking little thing is our liquid slurry sell point. Now the money's not going to go up as much as I expected. Alright, so we got back $53,165 off of that harvest. That wasn't top tier price for it, but whatever. Now we will go back to the main farm. I'm going to take the quicker way. No, when you look at it, it's not exactly the quicker way. They're both about the same distance-wise. Right here is Togg's Mill. And that is a pain in the ass to get into right there because it's a side dump. So as we leave downtown, I'm going to make our first right here. And we'll be driving up past where our helper is cultivating. And we're right back to field 34, 30, and 28. So you can see he's out there cultivating, which is good news. I'm going to have to jump in that tractor way over there, because we're going to take this truck now and bring it up to field 26. So basically we're doing just a round trip of what we just did. This is all, the fuck is this? That doesn't look like soybean. Take a look at the map here. No, it is soybean. And then that little field there was canola. So next on the list is speed running like a crazy fool. Fold this up. We're actually going to take a trip over to the main farm, fill this up before we go down the field. You know what? Field 34 should be able to get seeded all in one shot. Still have 64%. We're going to play Chase the Cultivator now. So we've got helper Henrique rocking the cultivator, and I'll get in here and start seeding it. And then after he's done with that, we're going to steal his tractor, and we're going to use it for... Oh great, it's making me go slow again. Oh no, starting to speed up a little bit. There we go. Sometimes it kind of glitches out a little bit. It's almost like it's trying to drag ground with it. So we'll get this done in soybean, and then we'll turn around and flip-flop, bring all this stuff up the hill. We still have to do the sugar beets. Which that's a huge field, but we also have a huge machine to do that with. And this isn't even going to be a race. Henrique is going to destroy me. Or Hernando, whatever, whoever you want to call him. I'll try and race and get this done pretty quick. As he's on his last pass, I'm about to get out and move the cultivator out of the way, and then we have to move that tractor with the plow up to field 26 and 24 because I'm going to extend those fields. We'll combine and extend. Which actually, I'm going to have to drag the cultivator with me. So it's going to be a double trip. I'm going to take the cultivator up there first, drop it off, and then double back to the farm, grab the plow, go back up, and then when I'm done with the field combining, bring the plow back down to the main farm, and then go back up again to get the cultivator and bring it back down. I'm trying to get as much around this area done as possible. That way I don't just bounce around from random area to random area. I want to try and work each part of the areas that I own in segments. That way it goes faster and I'm not having to move equipment all over the place, but at the same time not having like 8,000 seeders, 8,000 cultivators, 8,000 harvesters, and so on. So we got, I think, probably 3 passes left on this one. Massey's finally starting to get dirty. I know my poor internationals are absolutely filthy. I haven't cleaned them since I started running them. Might be a good point to get a pressure washer at some point. Think we'll jump out here, fold up the cultivator on this pass. Oh no, I'll wait till I'm right up on it to finish. This is gonna be pretty damn close, but he stopped that tractor just in time too, because he's right there on the edge of that river. And just squeak by him. Don't miss. Thank you. Alright, so next time up, that'll be our final pass on this field. We've only used 11% seed, so that's really not that bad. Turn around and make the last pass. And then once we get up here, we'll have to hop out for a second and get that cultivator out of our way. So I'll put 34, 30, and 28 all in soybean, which is good for me. So stop here, get this out of the way. We'll leave the other one running because it's not a big deal. And try not to tip our cultivator over, because I'm doing a pretty damn good job of almost killing it. We're also going to have to move that harvester there. That's going to have to come up to field 26, which we're making our way to right now. We'll come up here. Oh boy, that wasn't fun. And then we'll get an AI helper going on field 24. I don't think he's gonna hit anything. So we'll unfold cultivator and we'll actually just let him rip this way. Alright, so he's going on that. I'm gonna bail out of that one, run down here, jump over the river, or jump over the fence. Jump the river. Oh, that's right, tractor only stays on if you're in a certain radius of it. So that is done, so we're off, lift, fold. Head back to the farm with it, refill it. All our lower end fields are done. Only thing that's gonna suck is when we go to reseed and recultivate the gigantic sugar beet field, but that will not be for quite some time because the amount of crop that's in there is just ridiculous. It's a huge field. So we'll come over here, down to 53% seed. Come up in here, get our seed on, get our fertilizer on, and go up to the field. Which this does take a while to do. So while that's filling up, quick little bathroom break, and hopefully it'll be done by the time I return. Alright, that's done. We can go down and get to this tank here. Refill our fertilizer, and then just jump up the hill there. You see we've got two more of the grain trucks right there. We've got our auto loader. Where the hell did I park that thing? What do you mean, is your car quiet?
Like, if you were sitting on the front porch, would you be able to hear me pulling in the driveway?
No.
Oh. I thought you could. I'm like, I was walking up to the porch, it was like, goes there. I was like, oh, there it is.
Should have been none of your fucking business.
Okay.
But yeah, that car's quiet with a glass pack on it. Alright, so let's head up here. And then we'll have to grab the harvester. Is the one with the weight on it? No. That's the cultivator. Get this thing out, but we need to... Oh wow, he is dragging ass right now. And looking at it, there's not really... What can I extend this way? Just uphill a little bit? And then over a little bit? That's kind of a wicked hill. I mean, I could come out this way and this way and this way. Fired. Try to stop the bleeding of the money there. Helper B is blocked by an object. Yeah. He got blocked by me. I mean, that's a pretty steep ass hill over there. I don't know if I'd want to do too much extension that way. Maybe a little bit downhill. I don't know if I'd really want to go out far down here because the road comes up here and I don't want to, yeah. I want to try and keep this as either squared or dog-legged as possible. So we'll just keep going with this. And I guess I'll go up and down the hill and a little bit side to side with the plow. And just combine it all in. But that'll be after we harvest 26. This isn't really too bad of a terrain here. Let's see, we'll get, yeah, I'm not doing anything off to the left. Yep, we'll get this going this way. Looking at the road over there, I don't want to ruin my path there, and it kind of winds around, and this field actually gets really close to the edge of the road. But I think I can go a little bit up with the plow and over. I'll have to make my box first, because that's really close to the road. And it'll be a close one. So we still have to get the harvester. Still have to get the plow. This field is now cultivated. And once we add it in with field 26, it's going to be a pretty decent size. I mean, look at this. You can actually go way over here and make a field too. So I actually might make another field over there. So there's our plow dropped. We're going to go get the plow now. Which conveniently is just parked up alongside behind the other harvester here. This is a big boy right here. Whoops. So we got our big ass plow on now. Hopefully we don't have too many ground strikes going up the hill. I think the weight on the front might actually help it. Yep. Oh, there's one ground strike. Alright, so we got our plow. Run down the hill here. Try not to run through the river. No. Alright, so now we're gonna get the harvester. Get him trucking along. We'll get him back up the hill. We'll get him set. Alright, so we have the harvester up here. That'll pretty much end this one. I'm going to continue to keep playing. I'll get the fields done, and then next episode you guys will see what was done. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.